Hello students, so we'll see the second lab program, so which will be like once you're done with the first one, the same transaction you can use to continue with the second program also. So what we're doing here is query MongoDB with conditions, given conditions we need to query your DB. So we'll go accordingly. So first thing, find any record where name is Somu. Okay, so this is your first query. So in the transaction, you can see if you have gone through the first video, you can see we had created a transactions in which we had given in one of the document, we had a name as Somu, right? So we'll try to query the same database. So we'll give the command here. So we need to give it in the shell. So if you have already checked the previous video, we had a daemon process running. We had a shell. In the shell, we went into user managed DB. So let us, so on the same user managed DB, okay, because we have the transactions inside this DB, right? So the same within this user managed DB, we'll give this command. So you can see db.transaction.find. What are you trying to find? You're trying to find where the name is Somu. So in your transactions, we have only one document where the name is given as Somu. That is what is fetched over here. So this is your first output. Okay. So the query is find the record or find the document where the name is Somu. Let's see the next. So the output is already given over here. Okay. So what's the next query? Find any record where total payment amount, that is your payment total, should be equal to 600. Let's see. Let's query this. So total payment should be 600. So here you can see 1600 is there. This is 500. This is 700. So let's see what output we are going to get. So we'll put the query. So in the transaction, you have to find what you have to find. Payment.Total should be equal to 600. Okay, so you're getting two documents here. One is Somu, whose total payment is 600, and one is Sam, where the total payment is equal to 600. So these are the two. So where are we fetching this from? We are fetching this from user managed transaction, right? So in the user managed transaction, you have done transaction uploading transaction.json. Also, you have done upsert, right? So because of that, you are getting this entry also, ID4. ID4 is from which transaction? Transaction upsert, right? So since you're fetching, since you're querying into the DB user manage, wherein you have inserted transaction.json and also you have upserted transaction.upsert. So because of that, you're getting this entry also. Okay. So this is your output, wherein you have one name is Somu and next is Sam. Somu is having a total payment as 600 and Sam is having a total payment of 600, right? So this is your next query. Okay. Next one, third one. Find any record where price transaction.price is between 300 and 400. So let's see. Transaction.price between 300 and 400. Between 300 and 400. So here you have two entries. And here you have 300 and 400. Yes, here you have two entries. So let us query. Let us check here. In the DB, you are trying to find where transaction.price is greater than or equal to 300 and lesser than or equal to 500. Okay, 500, yes. Okay. So which is lying between 300 to 500. Okay, you have the query over here. So between 300 to 500. Okay, transaction, what and all you have? Yes, 400, 350, 450, right? 450 you have transaction.price 450, 350, 400, 450, 350. That is which is lying between equal to or greater than GTE, greater than or equal to 300 and less than or equal to 500. Okay. Okay. So next we'll go with the next query, that is calculate the total transaction amount by adding up payment.total in all the record. So payment.total amount when you're adding through all the records. Okay. So what amount you're going to get. So here you're using the aggregate. So aggregate is usually used whenever you want to perform some calculation, total, averages, grouping, then you can use this aggregate. Okay. So here, yes, group. You also use group, which is going to group the documents together. Okay. And ID you have set it to null because it will treat all the documents as one group. And sum. And what is your sum? It's going to add all the payment.total values. Okay. So we'll just make this query. So just put it over here. Yes, so we'll check what is the status of this. So the total amount is giving us 3,600. So let us check. I'll use a calculator here. Okay. So I have, so what are they doing? They are doing payment.total, right? So payment.total here you have 600. You have 600 plus you have 500 plus you have 700 plus in transaction dot upsert again. Okay, again you have the same values. That is 600, 500, 700. So you got 3,600. Yes. What is the output we got? So let's check. Yes, the total amount what we got is 3,600. So this is your second experiment. I hope I'm clear. Thank you.